Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Uh, Happy Monday. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Let's see. I hope that you can hear me because when you tested, it was perfect 5 minutes ago. Can you hear me? Okay, welcome, Leader Isaac. Welcome. Okay, great stuff. Let us please share the link with as many people that we know, not just language members. I get it. Our business is all about transforming and changing lives. Uh, yeah. So please include your prospects, your family members, if needs be. I'm not sure if this training is going to be short. Remember, this is our very last training of the year and our very last training completely. All right. There will not be any more Health Hub by Pulane. Come 2023, business requirements need me elsewhere. So, great leaders, I'll give it a minute that we share this link with everyone we know and love and care for. Sharing is caring, I guess. Sharing is caring. So, yeah, I hope Onalenna did a live about what, an hour ago, or 10 minutes ago. I hope the people who are coming through, if they are not long reach members, they have what you call it, they have their pets, the packets. Yes, I hope so. So let us give it a minute, and I will be back. I will be back. Okay, alrighty. Welcome, Leader Austin. Welcome, great leader. Welcome, Leader Isaac as well. Welcome, Onalenna. Welcome, Osmegi. So, great leaders. So, today's focus, we are only focusing on today's mandate, right? We are doing, uh, the topic is what's in your pad, right? Do you know what's in your pad? Did you come with your packet? So, as a product specialist, I go around with different kind of pads just to show demonstrations. So for the leaders that do not know, I do have a YouTube page where I've done various demonstrations on the pads as well. So kindly like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll see there's a lot of videos there. You'll have to scroll down a little bit because I did that in 2020. And I did also training on pads specifically also in 2020. So kindly have a look at that where I do the different demonstration on the pair. All right. So great leader, thank you so much for joining us during Christmas week. Noch alle. Thank you so much. We don't take it for granted. But please remember that this is the very last training of the Health Hub, uh, besides it being the last training for the year. I hope you also caught up with last week's training. It was massive, where I spoke about the berry oil and the wine and yeah, what, when, who, what, whatever. So last week was also very powerful as to why we need to supplement specifically with berry oil with a couple of steps from our R&D centers all the way from China as well. So kindly also catch up on that. And then the other nice part is that after this training, or latest by tomorrow, but I think, yeah, actually, it's night time, but I'll still do it. So I'm going to, as always, I normally also upload the training. This training will be uploaded on my YouTube channel as well. For leaders who prefer YouTube, there are leaders who like they don't like book, they like YouTube. So I also cater for them. And then I'm also going to upload the lesson plans, which I already shared last week in the WhatsApp groups, but on the Long Reach TV network. I'm going to share the 2021 and this entire year's lesson plans. Leaders, you need to catch up. All right, you need to catch up. There's plenty training. All right, so great leaders. Let's see. So we're talking about what's in your pad, and I do sincerely hope that there are people who will be joining us who have their packets. Their packets. I have my one that I always tag along. I've got different kinds of pads from the retail store, but I just took this one, just to save time. So great leaders, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Pulane, your global product specialist. Today we're training about what's in your pad with our recently qualified PS Onalenna. For those who do not know, PS stands for product specialist. All right, we specialize with our products. We do extensive research. We just don't call ourselves product specialists and not do justice to um, the profession. Okay, so being a product specialist is also a profession. Just like being a network marketer, it's a profession. All right, so thank you so much for joining us. Now, what I will be doing right now, I will be reading from our top student from the academy. This research that she did, unfortunately, I cannot show you, but I will be reading through it just to maintain the integrity of the academy. Remember also the Product Specialist Academy. So just to maintain the integrity of the academy, I unfortunately cannot share with you, but I'm sure I'm much audible. I will also be sharing something else within her research. That one at least I can share, but her project, unfortunately, I cannot share. So, ladies and gents, let us begin. So, sanitary napkins. This was compiled by Lida Onalenna, who is now a product specialist. All right. So, she says, what is menstrual pad? What is a menstrual pad? What damage? Why damage it when you can super clean it? It will make sense for those who are not familiar with long reach products. So, what is a menstrual pad? A menstrual pad, or simply called a pad, is an absorbent item worn by women in their underwear when menstruating. Bleeding after giving birth, recovering from gynecological surgery, experiencing a miscarriage or abortion, or in any other situation where it's necessary to absorb a flow of blood from the vagina. A menstrual pad is a type of menstrual hygiene product that worn externally, unlike tampons or menstrual cups, which are worn inside the vagina. All right, are we together, great leaders? I can see your comments as well on my phone. So the question she asked, do you know what your sanitary pads are made of? Ladies and gentlemen, we take things very light, but this training is going to open up a lot. I'm also going to train you to explain to you what our various certifications mean on our pads. So without further ado, so menstruation is obviously not a topic that is often discussed, but it is important. It is an important topic for every menstruating person out there. If you use pads when on your period, you're having them pressed against your body, right? Specifically the skin around your vagina area. And this happens every single month. The skin around your vagina is highly permeable, so that means it's highly absorptive. So it's a vacuum, in other words, and items that come in contact with your skin are absorbed into your bloodstream and distributed throughout your body. So now, what are the types of uh, types of products you can use when you are menstruating. So first of all, number one, you've got disposable. So although producers are generally reluctant to reveal the exact composition of their products, the main materials of the disposable menstrual pads are usually bleached rayon, all right, cellulose made from wood, all right, welcome PS Tanya, cotton and plastics. In addition, fragrance and antibacterial agents can be included. Disposable sanitary pads contain certain stuff that you definitely don't want near your vajayjay, so your woman area. Today I'm going to talk as evening. We are adults here, right? They cause undesirable side effects and are detrimental to your health. Many report heavier periods and worsened period cramps. Over time, they may even lead to major illnesses like aka cancer. You can still hear me, right? All right, you can hear me. Our weather is there again. Just now, 10 to 7, 5 to 7, it started to what you call thunder. Started to, yeah, thunderstorm. All right, so 5 ways that ordinary sanitary pads are killing you and slowly. All right, 5 ways ordinary sanitary pads. So those ones that you buy at your favorite retail store, those ones. The 5 ways that they are slowly killing you. All right. Number one, dioxin, chemical called dioxin, dioxin. So sanitary pads are not naturally pure white. The fibers in pads are chlorine bleached to give them a clean and sterile appearance. Ne? This bleaching process creates dioxin. So in other words, dioxin is a byproduct of the bleaching process. A highly toxic pollutant, by the way. You may think the levels of dioxin in sanitary pads are quite low and do not pose any danger. However, dioxin accumulates in the fat stores of the body over time and can stay there for up to 20 years. 20, up to 20 years, this dioxin can stay in your body. Exposure to dioxin can lead to pelvic inflammatory diseases, hormonal dysfunction, endometriosis, and various forms of cancer. Please note, a woman or a menstruating person uses pads or panty liners for about they use it 5,000 to 15,000 times in their lifetime. So let's just say 5,000 here. Let's just take the lowest number. So you are exposing yourself during your lifetime 5,000 times. Times it by 20 for every month you use these poorly developed sanitary pads. Oh, this thing kicked me out of my own training again. I hope I'm still live, ne? And then, so we're done with dioxin. Remember, we're doing 5 ways that ordinary pads are killing us. So the first one is dioxin. Second one is rayon. Apart from cotton, am I still live with it? Let me just go out here. Am I still live? Yes, dioxin keeps to 20 years in your body. So now imagine you are using these pads, maybe for the last 10 years, you've been using these pads. So every year plus 20, every year plus it by 20. Am I still live, great leaders? Please talk to me because on my phone it kicked me out. So I'm trying to come back to the training. Am I still live? Please talk to me. Okay, yo, thank you, Tanya. Yeah, I'm struggling with this one. You see, the thunderstorm, but this time I'm not even connected to Wi-Fi. I found a proper tree again. I'm with my phone. I hotspotted myself, is such a word. Okay, so dioxin can stay up to 20 years in your body. Now just think about this. We're just talking about one. I guess there's 5 more. There's 4 more. All right, thank you, Leader Isaac. All right. Okay, so rayon. So apart from cotton, rayon, which is synthetic fiber derived from wood pulp, is also used in your sanitary pads. Rayon is cheaper than cotton and helps to enhance the absorption capacity of pads, but also contains dioxin from the bleaching process. Hey, yeah, ne? So the first dioxin, second is rayon. Third one, sanitary pads from retail stores contain pesticides. So conventionally grown cotton is heavily sprayed with pesticides and herbicides. Ne? And these chemicals can stay on the cotton long after it has been harvested. Side effects of exposure include infertility, so those who are struggling to have a baby. Now you know one of the causes is the kind of pad or pentilina you've been using from the retail store. So it includes infertility, hormonal disruption, thyroid malfunction. So many people have thyroid malfunction. It's not a joke. Another side effect of exposure to the pesticide is also diabetes. Yes, diabetes mellitus, endometriosis, and depression. Remember now your hormones are unbalanced. So when your hormones are unbalanced, everything else most probably will also be unbalanced or there will be an imbalance. So the third is pesticide. Fourth one is plastic. Sanitary pads often advertise themselves as leak proof. Good evening, Leader Mpilo, Leader Justine, welcome. So sanitary pads often advertise themselves as leak-proof with an impermeable plastic layer at the bottom of pads, which do not allow liquid or air to pass. The plastic traps moisture and heat, creating an environment, so a conducive environment that promotes the growth of yeast and bacteria, anaerobic bacteria. It can also cause sensitive individuals to experience burning, chafing, soreness, and rashes. Now, common sense tells you plastic does not allow for airflow, for anything to flow in or out. Now you're applying common sense here. You don't have to have any sort of qualification. Now you are using something with plastic in it on your sensitive area that is very warm down there that needs that circulation. When you're using plastic, what do you think is going to happen? You are literally enabling bad bacteria to flourish. The first ingredient in retail store pads and liners, actually, fragrances. Fragrance. Like you love perfume, but does the woman area need a perfume? So scented sanitary pads with odor neutralizers and other artificial fragrances contain a combination of unknown chemicals which can enter the bloodstream and cause side effects. On the surface, they also irritate the skin, causing allergies and reactions. So, what is a scented anything doing down there? The vagina is self-cleaning. Well, if the hormones are well balanced, the vagina is self-cleaning. And then you add fragrance, what? Hmm? You are literally compounding the situation. You're making it worse. All right. So I'm going to name the 5 ways that ordinary sanitary pads are slowly but surely killing us. Just a recap. Dioxin. All right. There's dioxin, which is which comes from the bleaching process. So it's what's happening now. Okay. No, never mind. All right. So dioxin is a byproduct from the bleaching process. So dioxin, rayon, which also has dioxin, it also has to be bleached. Remember, it comes from wood as well. Pesticides, remember, it's our retail pests are manufactured from grown cotton, and grown cotton has been proven that it's anything that's grown, even our vegetables, they spray them with pesticides and herbicides. And then they have plastic as one of the layers. Plastic does not allow for airflow. It just gives a conducive environment for you to have the rashes, the burning sensation, and you'll be uncomfortable all day. And then fragrances, the first one. We don't need any fragrance, anything down there. Okay. Now, symptoms to which women are vulnerable during periods. Um, Many women, they talk about itchy and swollen vulva, so the lip of the vagina, cervicitis or vaginitis. Hey, I hope I'm saying this English right now. Cervicitis or vaginitis, increased flow of a whitish, yellowish, or greenish discharge from the vagina. It may be normal or a sign of an infection. It's also called leukorrhea. And then swelling and pain in the lower abdomen. That is what women are reporting during the period. Né? And then most as well report headache, abdominal pain, or edema during period. So edema is what? Swelling, right? Remember the vulva? Swelling, right? Okay. Now, a well-known brand. This is where I was coming. Mina no Onalenna. A well-known brand called Always Ultra, and I actually have it here. Here, this well-known brand um, revealed shocking results. This is a study that was done in 2014. So, what is hiding in this well-known brand? Hmm? And they wrote here our number one softness and protection. Protection. Right. In August 2014, Women's Voices for the Earth commissioned testing of 4 types of Always menstrual pads manufactured by P&G. The Certified Laboratory Stat Analysis Corporation analyzed the product for volatile organic compound. These data represent the first publicly available test results of this kind of these products. Both scented and unscented Always Ultra Thin pads were tested, as well as scented and unscented Always Infinity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, coming back to the whole what type of cotton and women are reporting itchy and stuff like that. Back in 2019, unfortunately, my phone crashed. But back in 2019, there was a newspaper article from Kenya where women were lambasting Always brand. They said the cotton that is in Africa and the one from Europe are very different. All right. They complained about the itchiness, burning, and. So it was a whole big thing back in 2019. I hope I find that article again. You know. So great leaders. I want to read this with Onalenna up unbearable. Read this with Onalenna here. All right. We don't need to run away from facts, guys. This was a well researched paper, which is the one that I'm going to share with all of you. All right. It's for us the public domain. So we are well within our right to share this. So, ladies and gents, let's welcome our top performer of 2022, Leader Onalenna. Good evening, Leader Kumoso. Welcome, Leader Ona.
Good evening, leadership. Good evening.
Hi.
How are you?
Good evening. So we are both wearing our badges. I'm good. I'm good, leadership. I'm good. You, as a person who found this research paper, I'm so impressed when I own. I'm overly impressed. Yes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this with you in the screen, and we're going to have a conversation again about this.
Yes.
And owner. Yes, we're going to have a conversation. This thing, I just want to see here. Share screen. Let's share. Correct. Bon, I love this article so much. Like, I love it. Absolutely love it. No, because it's giving long reach what you call it's validating what long reach has been saying all along. You understand?
Yes.
Yes, this research, even if it was 2014, it's validating what Longreach has always been saying, what is in the pamphlet, the booklet, the paired booklet. You know, it's validating And there's other research that came through, but because this was your paper, I'm sharing your research, ne?
Yes, leadership.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gents, this is the paper that Ona included in her assignment, right? So, this is the Women's Voices for the Earth who did this research back in 2014. Okay, as you can see, okay, I'm going to read because this is training. I want to do proper training here, no manga business. So in August 2014, Women's Voices for the Earth commissioned testing of 4 types of always menstrual pads. Welcome to Richard. Um, Manufactured by P&G, which is Procter and Gamble. The certified laboratory stat analysis corporation analyzed the product for volatile organic compound. Emphasis on volatile. Ne? These data represent the first publicly available test results of this kind for these products. So you heard it from the research paper itself. The first publicly available test results of this kind for these products. So both scented and unscented always ultra thin pads were tested, as well as scented and unscented. Always infinity what. And now I have always ultra thin platinum. Next. So the results of the testing indicate that both scented and unscented always pads emit toxic chemicals, including chemicals identified by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services National Toxicology Program, the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry, and the State of California Environmental Protection Agency as carcinogens. Carcinogens meaning cancer causing. So they've been identified as carcinogens and reproductive and developmental toxins. None of these chemicals are disclosed on the product by the manufacturer. All right. P&G does not disclose the identity of the materials used to manufacture its menstrual pads. Thus, it remains unclear which components of the pad may be the source of the volatile toxic emissions. This is why I love our longish pads, because you know from layer 1 up until 8 what is what is where, and what is what. The testing results demonstrate the need for testing of these products to better characterize the chemical exposures and to better understand the potential health impact of those exposures. So yeah, those are the ones that were tested. They even included some pictures. So what was the methodology? Analysis of the samples for volatile organic compounds was conducted by gas chromatography, all right, with EPA method, blah, 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 blah. And then the results were as follows. The always menstrual pads were found to contain several chemicals of concern, including the following: styrene, which is a known carcinogen; chloromethane, which is a reproductive toxicant. So women, if you're wondering why you are infertile, why you're having gynecological problems, now it's becoming clearer. Né? Chloromethane, which is also a carcinogen; chloroform, also a carcinogen, reproductive toxicant, and neurotoxin. Coming back to chloroform, have you seen in the movies when they do those people with the chloroform, their lights up same time? Chloroform is a neurotoxin. It knocks you out more than a 24 pack of anything. And then they also found acetone, which is a known irritant. Imagine acetone in your pad and being in contact with your sensitive woman area. So here's the detailed result of all the chemicals that are in the menstrual pads. You see they class them, the product, and then which one always ultra thin, the scented, the unscented, the clean scent always radiant, and unscented always infinity. Ladies and gentlemen, these are 20 chemicals. 20 chemicals that were tested. So, Ona, my concern. Oh, let's read the conclusion first. Wait. While the levels of the toxic chemicals emitted by always pads were relatively low, their presence warrants health concerns for women. Remember that dioxin lasts up to 20 years in your system, right? Menstrual pads are designed to have direct contact with highly absorptive and sensitive vulvar tissue for extended periods of time. Toxic volatile chemicals emitted from menstrual pads could be absorbed into women's bodies. This is especially concerning because the chemicals in question are linked to cancer, remember carcinogens, as well as reproductive and developmental harm. More research and testing is clearly needed to better characterize the chemicals menstrual pads contain and to better understand the potential health effects of exposure. Unfortunately, because I want to disclose, unfortunately, because menstrual pads are regulated by the FDA, so Food and Drug Administration, as medical devices, manufacturers are not required to disclose their product ingredients. Thus, one cannot determine which components of the pads may be responsible for the toxic chemical emissions. There is also no public disclosure about safety testing of these products. Hello, that's why certifications are so important. That's why I need to explain to you what all of our certifications mean. These test results raise questions and concerns about the safe use of these products and demonstrate the need for the additional research as well as increased transparency from manufacturers in order to further assess. So, ladies and gents, I'm going to share this link with you. You can download this research paper yourself. Otherwise, you can email me on most by now. I hope you know the health hub email by now, ne? I hope so. But all right, yeah. Right now, I don't know English. It has gone. Christmas week, so my mind is just thinking Christmas, guys. I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna write here. Our email address is the health hub. Hey, you see, now we like to do spaces, eh? Now I'm proofreading my own writing. The health hub at Longreach SA at longreachsa.co.za if you want this. Yeah, the health hub at longreachsa.co.za. If you want that research paper, all right. So, oh, now welcome. This is alarming.
It is indeed alarming.
It's very
Oh,
alarming. So, Ona, tell me. Yeah, no, I can hear you.
okay.
Kahuta, I can hear you. Yes. So, Ona, like, how did you come about this paper? Like, just take us through that process.
Okay. As you all know that I'm a newly qualified product specialist. I graduated recently, the 2nd of December. So before you can call yourself a qualified product specialist, there is a specific assignment or research that you need to encounter in order for you to be classified as a qualified member. Remember, our task or as a is to do research. So in order for me to tell
Hmm.
that I'm going to present, because it was a presentation to my mentor or my facilitator about a specific, she said, choose one product that you know you can master and then research about it and come back to me and present.
Hmm.
So now I thought of myself that with the testimony that I have with the teens, what that was wrong with them that uh, did not allow me to continue with them. I researched with it, and the research I found the title of the Olis Ultra. That's when I just quit and I was like, yo, women go through a lot. We go through it in such a manner that You don't even know because on the, mostly on the product that for the body, they don't even have the ingredients out. You don't even know what you're putting on yourself. So I was like, for how long have women been doing something that not right? Like it, the research said, whatever that you put on the vagina goes straight into the blood. Hence the narrow illness, hence the hence the cancer, hence the inflammation, because it's in your system. Whatever that you put there goes. So you always say the vagina is active. So you all know you're a woman and you do your house chores every weekend and you definitely use the vacuum. You know what the vacuum.
Una,
It's every
ask
day
his owner,
that
your Wakata,
Jakata
Wakata. I don't know why.
can you
Yeah, I don't know why. Leaders, can you hear Onalenna? Because on my side, it's I can hear like your third, fourth word. Leaders, can you hear Onalenna? I just need one leader to confirm to see if
okay?
I'm not the only one affected. If I'm the only one, I don't mind, but the leaders need to hear what you're saying.
Yes, they definitely need to hear what
Pierre Tanya, Richard, yeah, they need to hear what you're saying. Leaders, please confirm. Can you hear Onalenna? Did you hear Onalenna? Because on my side, it cut a lot. Yeah, well, one Isaac says it's breaking a lot. So I don't know.
they
Can't you move
but
to somewhere? I don't know. Kapo berekisa Wi-Fi.
can I?
You know Wi-Fi will be there. Kira, are you using Wi-Fi? Now I'm no longer using this Wi-Fi. It kills the business.
Okay, let me off the
Hey, now
Wi-Fi.
I had to buy data. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is not working. Yo. Yeah, there's a lot of static, and it's not conducive for training. We need to hear every word she is saying, not straining our ears. Let's see. So, leaders, while we are waiting for PS owner, and all right, so I have, all right, the always net, right? So we did a couple of, how can I call it? A couple of researches with the pairs. All right, we did a couple of researches with the pairs. So now on my one of the ingredients, I almost fell off the floor when I saw this that it's actually written. Yeah? They wrote here, okay, right? Cellulose, polyethylene, polypropylene, polyester, yeah, and the last one, ink. It's written here. Unfortunately, I can't. It's too, yeah. Ink. Your parents are dead has ink. That ink is what? Ink. So this part, I don't know if you can see. So this part, blue part of theirs is ink. You can actually even scratch it off with your nail. But yeah, that is what I teach in the academy, how to properly decimate and yeah. You can even scratch it off with your nail. There is ink written on the packaging. Ink, INK. The ink that's in here that writes in my books is going straight to my panty and straight into my bloodstream because I tell you it's highly absorptive. Okay, Ona, let's see. Let's add you again, leadership. All right, leadership.
Ah,
Sharp. At least we won't be
it's
long again. Then I'm gonna
it,
continue.
okay. Is it okay now? Can everybody hear me?
Hello.
Hello?
For now, it's okay. We will tell you. We will tell you if it's not okay. One good.
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Why am I hearing you only in one ear? Okay, Ona. So you were saying if you can remember. Yes, that yes. How did you go about with this research? How did you find it? Yes, that was the question.
It, it was homework, and I had to do a research, thoroughly checked the research, of which I got it, and I read and I saw the kind of chemicals that were tested, and on a well-known brand, mostly, if not all, women, let's say 80%
Mm.
of the women trust they always ultra a lot of women trust it. And I read about it, and it was very
No, that
shocking.
is trust. Mm.
It was very shocking to actually realize what they don't know, because when you immerse yourself in
Mm.
something, you you have done what you think you know. But now this woman, because they it doesn't have ingredients outside, it's not disclosed on the package. They don't even know what they are putting on themselves. And a lot of us are not
Mm-hmm.
a fan on doing researches on certain things that concern our health.
Yeah.
We only realize that we need to know
Mm.
more when we actually have actual disease or illnesses or problem encountering
Mm.
it. So when I found
Mm.
the results, or when I found the information, I thought it would be best to actually educate a lot of women that mostly are relying too much on it, because I think I would say 7 out of 10 women got on what they are using. 7 out of 10 are using. So it's one of the trusted,
You say 7 out of 10?
out of 10 I've spoken with are actually using police. So it is actually one of the most trusted
Mm. Mm.
used by our women. And then when we are mothers like this, we are also putting the trust that we rent to our kids. So when I found it, I
Mm.
thought immediately that I share it to you as the facilitator, and then the world to be educated on what they are putting on the.
Yeah, hi, Ona, you are breaking, but there's nothing we can do. We have to roll with the punches. There's nothing we can do. You've already done, try to do something. Ne? So we will just have to concentrate and try to hear what you're saying. Because unso breaker, the breaking started again.
It's bad,
So,
Mos.
Ona, tell me. So, there's, yeah, yeah. They found, they were testing 20 chemicals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it will show.
Hello.
I want to see if, does this screen show? I think I have to stop the screen share and reshare again. This, hey, you know, technology, guys. Hey, so they were checking 20 chemicals,
20
ne?
chemical.
And oh, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. So now, Ona, when I said, what is your profession? Miss Helicopter, what? What's your profession?
I am an aircraft radiotrician. Basically, I check the communication of the aircraft, uh, but it needs to be aligned with the one in the. So if you are airbound, you need to be able to communicate with people on the ground. So I specifically on avionic equipment.
Now, in your field, is there any chemical here mentioned here that you work with?
Yes, the chemical that it's we actually use there, it's acetone.
Acetone.
Acetone, yeah,
What
which
do you do with
also
this acetone?
you're breaking.
I was asking, what do you do with acetone at work?
We remove the difficult stains on the aircraft. Say maybe we were busy servicing, and then we have to clean the aircraft. The
Hmm.
the
Where
most.
did your sound go, Una? Yo, okay, now the cutting is worse now. After you
Oh,
said aircraft, it just died.
we clean the most stubborn stains with it. We remove stains in
The
the
most
aircraft.
stubborn thing.
Yes,
So, the acetone, you remove the most stubborn thing with it, and they
yes,
include it as one of the ingredients in our retail pads.
yes.
I want to highlight this acetone. I want readers to see this part. And where did it go? Okay. Behave. I want to highlight so that readers can see that this acetone is in all of the pads that
All
were
of them.
tested. And look at how much 480. Like, guys, no wonder we are dying. No wonder we've got so many illnesses. Acetone is present in all of these pads, scented and unscented. All the four that
You,
were tested, acetone is present.
mm-hmm. On all of them.
Mm. And I know acetone is also in nail polish.
Yes, not in nail polish. It's used to remove the acrylic. If ladies are using
Acrylic.
gel, it's used to remove the acrylic. So when I go out and remove these nails that I have on my fingers, they will use phone to remove it.
Acetone to remove the nails.
Yes, they remove the acrylic nails. If
And
you use,
and acrylic is so hard.
yes, it's so hard. Hence, it removes the most things.
And then acetone is also in paint removers and varnish remover.
Yes,
Goodness gracious. And then, I did like a little bit of research so that readers can know what's happening here. Eh? That acetone is also used to clean and sterilize medical tools and equipment. So it's also used by the radiatrician.
it's
Acetone is also used to clean and sterilize medical tools. My
so it is.
goodness.
It's a cleaning tool. Actually, it's a cleaning equipment.
Hey,
Hey,
so what is cleaning what's doing in our,
and,
so is
and
it cleaning us?
maybe we need to be cleaned. Maybe that's why it's there.
With acid, type of fire. And then the other thing, chloroform. Leaders, chloroform can harm your eyes, your skin, your liver, your kidneys, and nervous system. I think we said it's a neurotoxin. This
Yes,
chloroform is also in this pads,
it is
but it's
there.
only in the thing, the clean scent, always ultra thin, and unscented, always ultra. So the always ultra, yeah. Hmm? This chloroform that harms eyes, skin, liver, kidneys, and is also a known neurotoxin. Yeah, guys.
Your line is breaking, leadership.
Serious.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
so,
breaking.
so it's taking turns. So it's taking turns. So it's taking turns. So leaders, these are the chemicals. We are specifically concentrating on the acetone that
Yeah.
removes our nail polish, removes acrylic, acrylic nails. Are we to okay. Una, am I still breaking?
I can't hear you.
I hope
You're
not.
losing.
Una, am I breaking?
I don't know if the audience can hear,
Am
but
I leadership?
too much.
Yeah, yeah, leaders, just please confirm if you can hear us. Yeah. So, hey, Taba is this acetone, the niche. It's 20
The
acids that were tested, but acetone is the one that's in all
yes,
four
all of
pads that were tested. Oh, thank you, Sir Richard. Acetone, guys, and non-cleaning agent. Here's a radio. Kind of what? You're a radiotrician. You know that word is so difficult for me. I don't know why. The radiatrician uses it when she's cleaning the aircraft for stubborn things. Stubborn, not just things, stubborn things. Hmm? And it's in your head. And we wonder why we are so sick. Hmm? So, leadership, is there anything that you want to add as I continue training? Everyone are leaving, and then I continue the show. Is there anything you want to add with your research and everything else?
um there are in most cases, or in some cases, not most, when we
Mm,
educate other women on the street about the ordinary napkins, some tend to say that
mm.
no, I don't use recycled ticking. I don't use the disposable pads anymore. I use reusable one, and that you reuse this usable one,
Reusable, the one
has
that's been
that one that you wash. It also has a great danger to your health because it requires you to be able to clean it properly, thoroughly, very. And with the ones that I've bought,
very bad.
they have colors, the thing, and then we know that the environment that in, because it says that it's cost friendly, which means that you are saving. We know that cost friendly, it's
Oh, just
expensive.
okay. Mm.
Am I breaking?
I'll just share so that just. Ooh, I think we are missing each other here. Una,
Yes, leadership. You can share.
hello, yo. Oh, okay, yo, I lost you for like a few seconds there. So, leaders, I just want you to see what Una is talking about. I'm just going to share just this part of her paper, the reusable. Hmm. So that's what she's talking about. Reusable cloth sanitary pads,
Mm,
which are made from number of types of fabric, most often cotton, flannel, bamboo, or hemp, which is highly absorbent and not as bulky as cotton. Cloth menstrual pads made a comeback around the 70s, with their popularity increasing in the 80s and early 90s. Reasons women choose to switch to cloth menstrual pads include comfort, savings over time, oh, and it's not savings, environmental impact, and health reasons. They say the benefits are reusable. Imagine washing your blood sugar, guys. Like, how unsanitary is that? Can last several years. It's pocket friendly, comfortable, skin friendly. But the disadvantages are you need to properly wash them, drying and carrying. So now, if we talk about drying, now you're going to put it there in your washing line. Remember, there's something called pollution and dust. I was
mm.
training on microbes last. So yes, you put it there. There's the microbe. There's the dust thing. There's the pollution. So if not cleaned properly, they can make you more prone to vaginal infection by promoting the growth of bacteria and fungus into your intimate area. Hand wash needed. Not all women have the heart to wash off their period thoroughly. That's true. Rare but possible situation, prolonged use of the same cloth pad can lead to TSS, otherwise known as toxic shock syndrome. Women with blood-borne infections like hepatitis, which is a big thing, HIV, etc., need to be extra careful while storing and washing these napkins. Hepatitis, remember I did training on hepatitis, it's a thing. So this is
Mm.
what these things look like. Already, Jay, my OCD just goes up the roof because now I've got OCD at cleanliness. Like, guys, everything must be clean, on point. Like, I cannot. Go and Jay, just seeing this, and I'm like, and people think they are saving. Ladies and gents, you're going to find out just now that you are not saving. You are compounding the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything else you want to add, leadership?
No, you've read it all, leadership. Thank you. And I think we are ready for questions.
No, questions are gonna come later. There's no questions yet. If there's questions,
Is
I will bring you through. I will bring you back. Okay,
okay.
okay, my leadership. Thank you, PS owner. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's family time, it's Christmas, and you just came back home. So thank you so much, Clay. With
Thank
4 kids, like, ooh, I so cringe for you. Like your brain. Thanks, leadership. Yeah, so guys, uh, you saw most. I want to show you something. Um, on oh yes, I'm supposed to finish. Yeah, okay, the screen is so shit. I want to show you this incidence of cervical cancer in South Africa. So some cervical cancer is now most, for those who do not know, it's the leading cancer that causes death. Okay, cervical cancer. All right. I want to show you something. This stats from cancer itself. So I want to show you. Here's the page. So it's directly from Cancer Association of South Africa. This is the cancer fact sheet where they explain what is cervical cancer and. So I want to show you something. Leaders, I hope you have your pens next, or you can screenshot. It's fine. I want to show you something. This is the demographics. Remember, they always do research. I guess they have to do research, so that it gives us a clear view. So, according to the outdated National Cancer Registry 2019, known for the underreporting of cancer statistics, the following number of cervical cancer cases was histologically diagnosed in South Africa during 2019. So, it's not that far ago. So, I tell you now, we're talking about cervical cancer. So, these are the stats. Can you see the stats? Can you see the numbers, leaders? I'm trying to zoom and zoom next so that everyone can see properly. I'm trying to zoom. Remember, I always say stats give perspective. So, group of females in 2019. So all female cases of cervical cancer in 2019. The reported numbers was 6,945. Next, 6,945. Now, when you break it down to demographics, so Asian ladies of that 6,945, Asian ladies it was only 83. Colored females, only 397. White females, 533. Lo and behold, the black female, 5,932 cases. So that's almost that whole amount. The actual number of cases of cervical cancer in 2019, the black females reported the most, almost 6,000. And remember, the actual number of cases in total was 6,945. Do you see that we have a business case? We need to educate our clients, we need to educate our family members about using the correct sanitary wear. All right, these retail pet stores are actually a health hazard, to be honest. Are we together, great leaders? All right, so this is 2019 stats direct from the Cancer Association of South Africa. So black females account for over 30% of the cervical cancer, while others are not even above 8.3%. Thank you, Sir Richard. So the Asian females, percentage-wise, Asian females in 2019 accounted for 6.02%. The colored females, 8.22%. White females, 2.99%. And the black females accounted for over 30% of all the cervical cancer cases of 2019. 30.47% to be exact. Is this now? Are we learning now? Are we learning? So our target market basically is the black female. That's where I'm going with it because they're almost the 100%. If all females were 6,945 and black females are 5,932, we are almost a thousand away from that complete number. It's almost 100%. Do you see that, leaders? This is too much. And I want to show you something. I'm going to play a video from recently, I think 2017 or 2019, from the news. But I want to show you something. Cancer treatment. The average cost of cervical cancer treatment in South Africa starts, remember, there's levels to this thing. Starts from 3,700 USD. That's over 60,000 rand. This is per annum, per patient. All right, per annum. Do you have 60,000 rand lying around every year for treatment? You see, I'm going back to ladies saying that they are saving. I'm going back to that. All right, I'm going back to that. I just want to read something else um, that where is it now? Okay, now you see now Murphy's law. Yeah. So, but the average cost of cervical cancer in South Africa starts from 3,700 US dollars. That's over 60,000 rand. And it depends at where's your cancer, how far is it as well. It can go up to over R1 million per year per patient. This is from Medigene, a trusted site, okay? This is a hospital site. All right, and then let me see here. Symptoms of cervical cancer: abnormal bleeding between periods, heavier and longer menstrual periods, vaginal discharge, vaginal bleeding or pain during intercourse or after menopause, and increased urinary frequency. Ladies and gentlemen, this is like literally like an awareness campaign. Uh, we're trying to teach you what to do when you're out on the field as a distributor. Now, I'm on the cancer website, as you can see. Bulelwa Norose says, before I was diagnosed with cervical cancer, I struggled with menstruating too much, a smelly discharge, pain, a swollen stomach, and constipation. She is a cancer survivor. Now, what are the risk factors for cervical cancer? Cervical cancer is mainly caused by HPV, human papillomavirus, a common virus spread through skin to skin contact, body fluids, and sexual intercourse. Now, what I love about the longish pairs is that they kill 99% of viruses. Now, failure to use protection during sexual intercourse, sexually transmitted infections, which are STIs, multiple sexual partners, early sexual debut, and use of oral contraceptives increases risk. Did you hear that? Use of oral contraceptives is also a risk factor. Women with HIV infection also have a higher risk of developing cervical cancer. Furthermore, being overweight, inactive, so you don't gym, you don't exercise, you don't walk, you do nothing, you just watch Netflix the whole day. I'm making an example. Consuming alcohol, poor dietary habits, smoking, and exposure to chemicals increases risk. What have we been talking about all along? We spoke about chemicals, and I was concentrating on acetone. The other chemical that I used to work with as in the manufacturing sector is this one. This one, toluene. See that one? We used to manufacture gaskets with this. To manufacture gaskets. What is this thing, this chemical doing in a pad, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see that lack of knowledge? That's why I always say knowledge is power, but understanding is everything. Yes, you might have the knowledge that retail pads are not, you know, sanitary, they're not safe. But do you understand that they can lead to cancer? Did you see the cost of cancer? All right, let's go back to this video. Cost of cancer treatment in South Africa. It's only about a 3-minute video. It's a 9-minute video, but I'm only going to play it at about 6 minutes. Please let me know if you can hear the sound, okay? See,
That's the Competition
can
Commission
you hear the sound?
launched an investigation into three pharmaceutical companies suspected of overcharging for cancer medication. The investigation is to be initiated against oncology medicine provider.
Leaders, could you hear? Can you hear the clip? Please confirm before I move it to the 6 minutes. Please confirm, great leaders, can you hear or not? Leader Isaac, please Tanya, Leader Richard, please confirm.
Roche products, biotechnology company Genentech Incorporated. The commission will also investigate Pfizer for.
Oh, the sound is low. Okay. The sound is low. Okay, let me see what I can do. Mm, okay. Let me remove myself and let's see. Please let me know because now time is not on our side. But this is the last training, so yeah. Let's see. And so I'm going to remove myself so that you can hear properly.
To be with you once again. Now, South Africa's competition watchdog, that's the Competition Commission, launched an investigation into three pharmaceutical companies suspected of overcharging for cancer medication. The investigation is to be initiated against oncology medicine provider Roche Products, which includes its US-based biotechnology company Genentech Incorporated. The commission will also investigate Pfizer for suspected excessive pricing of lung cancer medication here in South Africa. Aspen Pharmacare is also to be probed for price fixing in the provision of cancer medication. Now, to talk to us about this type of collusion, access, and the cost of cancer medication and other medicines, we are joined by Professor Michael Herbst from the Cancer Association of South Africa.
Guys, this is it. Follow my example. I will set the trend.
Enough.
But we're not getting that.
Let's talk about cancer medication because that's what I brought you here to come and talk about, and we digress a little bit. But talk to me about the accessibility of cancer medication in South Africa. Are you happy that enough people can access cancer medication in South Africa?
No. Again, I want to reiterate and say, our hearts go out to the really vulnerable people in the public sector. If you look at, it's not only their medications, it's also their treatment as far as radiation therapy is concerned. About 2 weeks ago, the last two oncologists resigned in KwaZulu-Natal in the public service. The public health service is not doing well in South Africa. We seem to be in a position where there's one big pot of money and nothing of it is ring-fenced and say, this is for maintenance of equipment. This will be for salaries. This will be for acquisition of new medicines. And it seems like money is just taken out of the big pot. And then all of a sudden, without any funding, radiation equipment doesn't get repaired or serviced. And radiation equipment goes. I lost a brother-in-law about 4 weeks ago because radiation equipment wasn't available. Not in Polokwane, not in Garankuwa, not in Steve Biko. then one gets scared.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about the kind of services that add on to all the oncology stuff. I've got somebody who tweeted me and told me now this morning that yes, it's one thing to look at the big companies, but you also have to look at the radiology departments that are charging you 50 times for a cancer scan, for instance, and this kind of thing. Do we rein those do we rein those people in with this kind of thing, or is that a separate process?
It's difficult, because you've got to go to the competition commission with a specific problem,
Mm.
with a specific issue. And about 18 months ago, we had the
Mm.
competition commission look into costs of medicine in the private sector in South Africa.
Yeah.
Maybe we need a repeat of that, but
Mm.
with a much broader focus,
Yeah.
and let the members of the public really come forward with specific examples to tell us how their health is being impacted on
Yeah.
because of they may have access, but they cannot afford the access
Yeah.
because it's way over their head. They've got limited funding available
Yeah.
within the medical aids.
Medical aids don't cover that kind of thing.
People come into my office and say, Prof, we've sold the second family car. We've
Yeah.
taken out a second bond on our house. We're now considering a third bond.
Yeah.
We've got to save the life of somebody we love. This is the case with people who've got insurance.
Yeah.
What about the people who've got no insurance? My heart, absolutely, I cannot
The
overemphasize it.
vast majority of South Africans, and that's the thing.
More than
that shocks us.
80%.
Yeah. Prof, we've run out of time. I know we could carry on down
Till
this road
tomorrow.
till tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. That's Professor Michael Herbst. He's from the Cancer Association of South Africa. Of course, we're talking about collusion and price fixing within the oncology work that's being done by the big pharmaceutical companies, but they're also the little guys that are doing similar unethical things on the sides. And all of these, it's your duty to take them to the Competition Commission here in South Africa, because they will take them to task. So
Hi, leaders. So you saw this interview was done a couple of years ago, 2017, if not 18, with cancer with Professor Hurt. Um, you saw cancer treatment is just too much. They were even speaking about, since I can't play the whole video, since it's like 9 minutes, I want to save time. The things went up by over by percent, the medication. So when our clients or prospects tell us that no, the paid at the retail store, no, it's affordable. Actually, it's not, because they sell their second car. They go out and take out a second bond, third bond. How much is a bond, guys? How much is a bond? So are we really saying you? You're sick. Who must take care of you? Your family, isn't it? So it bears emotional cost not only for you, but also for your family members, the people who love and care for you. And then yes, financial costs. Some people have to sell their car, some people have to take out a second or even a third bond just to make sure that your life is preserved, that you get the treatment. Are we together, leaders? Are we learning? So it's not unsaving. No, you are not saving anything, actually. You saw even from the research paper, those chemicals are carcinogens. They are cancer causing. So let's go out there. Let's keep on teaching people. I just want to check if I left anything out, but I don't think I left anything out. I read from the Cancer Association. I read the cost. Sorry, the one thing that I left out. Okay, I said I'm going to teach you what our certifications mean. Now I think I'm going to go back to Una's paper. Let me just go back to Una's paper. Okay, this one is it's okay. This one I will share, since actually most languages have this. Richard, thank you, Pierre. So we are not saving anything. There's a reason why we have standards. Just having SABS standards, by the way, is not enough. It actually doesn't say much. You will learn why I say that. Okay. So, all right, introducing the superb clean magnetic energy sanitary napkin. Um, Thank you, PS Tanya. Thank you so much. The longest superb clean. You see, even the name, superb clean, cleans you superbly. Were made with magnetic energy, far infrared, and anions. They were refined with green chip technology, which oh my goodness, which partially activates the human bioenergy field and produces far infrared emission, resulting in a large number of negative ions. Now, negative ions are what the body needs. Okay, negative ions is what when you're by the sea or you are in the bundus or you're in nature, that air that you breathe in that makes you feel good, that is negative ions. This accelerates intracellular electrical activity, which improves blood circulation, vaginal enzyme content, promotes increased acid secretion, and strengthens women's self-protection capabilities. The antibacterial action eliminates odor and protects from itching. This high technology product prevents internal diseases to ensure your reproductive health. Ladies and gents, this is the long reach sanitary ware. First of all, the 5 outstanding functional features. It is safe. It has food grade aluminum foil and not plastic. Hello. Food grade aluminum foil with resealable opening offers better resistance to damp, to mold, and bacteria. The inner packaging, well sealed 360-degree packaging, and a separately packaged for each napkin to prevent hand contact and secondary contamination. See this packaging, very subpar. Because we ladies, we just throw in our bags, right? And the debris gets in, eventually gets in um, this kind of sealed product. Um, so number two, it's comfortable, close fitting, soft surface is comfortable, and hypoallergenic. This is very important for the likes of us, who grew up with eczema. You get products that are written, even earrings that are hypoallergenic. I have to be very careful with what I put on my body. The earrings, anything that I buy for my body, I have to always make sure that it is hypoallergenic. So this is another selling USP, unique selling point for your allergic clients. All right, it's highly absorbent, quick absorption without reverse osmosis. So reverse osmosis is that thing when you are wearing your pad and you sit down and you can literally feel the blood go boom. All right, that's reverse osmosis. So no such thing with the long pad. Its super effective absorption factor coagulates liquid into wood fiber polymer for permanent dryness and thus avoids sticky sensation. So you're comfortable for the 4 hours or is it the 5 hours that you're wearing the long reach pad. All right, and it's air permeable. So there's no plastic here like we discussed earlier. The bottom layer is made of moisture resistant and air permeable materials that prevent leakage and effectively reduce damp and sticky feeling. So one thing I'd like to also tell leaders, your kind of underwear also matters. All right, there are just some ladies who will say no, but your pad it doesn't stick. Um, you need to wear a specific kind of underwear. All right, cotton and cotton, they're the same, so they will clash. All right, so just make sure that you're wearing also the correct kind of underwear. The fifth benefit about a longish pair is that they have far infrared magnetic energy and anions. So far infrared stimulate local blood circulation and micro circulation, which prevent the gynecological diseases and relieve dysmenorrhea, which is period pain. Far infrared can also prevent and help to treat male prostate conditions and hemorrhoids, otherwise known as piles. It can also absorb foot sweat and eliminate foot odor. So that's why our panty liners, we put them in our shoes. Now as a runner, I put them in my shoes. My shoes are fresh all day. There's no stinky anyway. I don't want to faint, or my family doesn't want to faint when I take my shoes off. Okay, magnetic energy, magnetic force can prolong life. It can enhance blood circulation. Remember, optimum circulation is what we need. That's why patients who are diabetic, they amputate them when their circulation is compromised. All right. So it it enhances blood circulation, the vitality cells, speed up discharge of toxins during periods, increases bioenzymes in the vagina, and helps to raise the acidity of secretions, making them more resistant to infection. And then anions, negative ions are acclaimed as vitamins of life and guard of the human body. They purify the air and increase the amount of oxygen and moisture. Friction can prompt the anion strip on the napkin to increase anion about 4,000 to 6,000 cubic centimeters, which can purify or clean the vagina and prevent the breeding of the anaerobic bacteria during menses, thus eliminating the odor, preventing itching, and resisting bacteria. So these are some of the benefits, 8 benefits of our sanitary wear. It protects health. That's so important. It protects your health because it's made with good quality material. It's antibacterial, it's anti-inflammatory, eliminates odor, it promotes metabolism. Yes, metabolism, you heard me right. It improves the endocrine system, which is, let's say, basically like the master hormone that controls most of your hormones. So, like your reproductive organs and your sleeping patterns, that's part of the endocrine system. It boosts immunity and it relieves stress. Now, here is the 8 layers. Here are the 8 layers. I don't need to mention them. But in Longreach, even when you buy the Longreach pads, these layers are on each and every packaging. They don't hide anything, all right? So it's very important. These are the things that you need to know. Now, the certifications that we have as Longreach with our pads, our sanitary wear, it's ISO 9001, which is a quality management system. Um, uh, ISO 14001 environmental management system, halal certification. So we also cater for our Muslim community, and SGS safety certification. Now, let me try and explain this as fast as I can. Now, with SGS, it is the world's leading inspection, verification, testing, and certification company. All right. SGS is recognized as the global benchmark for quality and integrity, and their headquarters are in Switzerland. All right. So we are SGS safety approved. All right. It is the world's leading inspection, verification, testing, and certification company. Now, coming to ISO 14001, it is an international standard to demonstrate the efficiency of environmental management to improve environmental performance. So we're talking about pollution. We don't emit pollution. All right. Our when we manufacture our products. ISO 14001 has been adopted by over 300,000 organizations worldwide, ranging from small businesses to some of the world's largest firms, aka even Longreach. All right. Remember, Longreach is a huge manufacturing company. All right. Network marketing is just a division within Longreach. All right. So, great leaders, let me educate you to just get an SABS certificate. SABS. This thing has no certification. I don't see it anywhere. All right. Um, SABS, to get SABS approved for one product, you need to pay 20,000 rand right now in 2022. All right. So imagine now we are internationally certified with 4 certifications. Imagine how much Longreach paid to get all of these certifications when SABS is so expensive, 20,000 rand per product. Am I communicating, great leaders? Am I communicating? So our product, our Longreach sanitary wear is, that's why I used to say we are the AMG, we are the avant-garde of sanitary wear because we have certifications left, right, and center. You know, so please rest assured when you go out to companies, tell them about these certifications. Do your own research about our certifications because I want to preserve the time. I just want to cut this short. You know, let me just play just one more video. It's under 2 minutes. Let me just play this. Thank you so much for so much. What does it mean to be ISO 9000? I'm gonna remove myself okay. Now I'm just removing myself so that
Well, here at Best Practice is we verify that an organisation has intent of the standard and is implementing a system that complies with the standard. So we'll look at ISO 9001, 2015, and we'll look at your organisation and we'll make a comparison. And if we can see that the way you manage things structured intent of 9001, and we can see that you're using that system, so you've designed a way and planned a way that you want to operate, and you're using that system, then we can come in, our best practice, come in and verify you. Now, we can also do that virtually. If you are somebody who would like some assistance either via Skype or Google Hangouts, we can do that virtually. So what does that mean? That means that you've got a management system that complies with ISO 9001, you've been externally certified, and you can promote to your stakeholders externally in the environment that you have ISO 9001 certification.
alrighty, great leaders. All right, training is over, and now it's time for questions. All right. So be rest assured, you need to educate. Not everyone knows about certifications. Myself and Onalenna, we have to know about them. Oh, Nigeria, you need to know about certifications. Very like it. I get on.
Yes, leadership.
Hello.
Very. Hello, I'm
Yes.
here.
Yes. Yeah. So we need. I get a engineer. She's what? Hey. Yeah,
A technician.
artisan. Let's just say artisan, man. Hey, we need to know about certifications. Yeah, technician. Yeah, technician. Yeah,
Artisan.
asking. Ukhathile hanyana. I wonder why it has to cut.
Artisan.
But yeah, our profession is knowing certifications and what they stand for. We actually had. I get it. I come from the manufacturing. She's in aviation. What? So leaders, you need to educate yourself about what our certifications mean, so that when you go out to companies and when you talk to prospects as well, you can also educate them and be knowledgeable. Okay, so when somebody says the pad is expensive, actually it's not, because we have four certifications, not even one. Remember, I said SABS, to get an SABS approved certification, 20,000 rand. So we are internationally. All right, so no manga business here. Don't fear when you go out there when people ask you difficult questions. Listen, if you attended the health hub training, there's no way you would fail. All right, so great leaders, are there any questions for myself and are there any questions? We will close it in a couple of minutes. Are there any questions, great leaders, regarding the certifications, the pads, the chemicals, the cost? Yeah, this training was actually quite extensive, but this was needed. This was
It was
needed because you saw the black woman is the one the most when it comes to cervical cancer. You saw the stats. I did a screen share. So I don't want you to be saying that PS Pulane is lying. No. PS Pulane is all about stats, figures. I'm a Sagittarius. We are very, yay. I will open my flip chart just now and show you. Sagittarius, we are very, yay. Never argue with us when it comes to to anything. You will see planes. So you see, great leaders, we need to teach ourselves. We need to teach ourselves about what is SGS, what is this ISO 14001. What is this? It's your responsibility. I try to do my part. I'm actually trained last year even. Uh, but I can only go if leaders don't attend a training. There's nothing I can do about it. The thing is, these trainings are here to empower you and to empower your team. So if you don't attend, you are in the dark. So now what? You know. So yes, great leaders. Are there any questions? P.S. Onabatung has got 4 kids, guys. Like let's finish. Let's wrap it up. Now my kids are gone, so it's house to let.
Yo.
Yeah.
My house.
Life. Uh, yeah, it's house to let. Nice. But it's not nice not having kids in the house. I must say, I no man, cat. Yeah, I'm so used to my kids. I'm like mama bear, typical mama bear. Hey. Great leaders. I don't see any questions. Let's give it another. It's 2043. So, quarter to 9, we will wrap it up here. 2045. We'll give it 2 more minutes. If there aren't any questions, great leaders, we will have to love and leave you. We are done with training now. All right, we are done with product health and wellness training. Now my focus is completely on growing my business and the product specialist academy. All right. You guys, are there any questions? Were you not clear?
Any questions? Somebody?
Hey. But Ona, thank you so much for asking yourself when I'm in Scat. And I know this is Christmas week. And what was you just got home? So I'm so sorry. Ne? Ona was Ghana, you are away from home for weeks and weeks and weeks because she was in
Yeah,
her
I was
helicopter school.
7. Yeah,
7 weeks.
7
Yay! So Onalenna
for
was away for 7. So that's 2 months, class. She was away from
yeah.
her family for 2 months. So great leaders, it's really a great honor. This is passion. This is what I call passion. Leaders that don't give excuses. She even was number 1 in the PS Academy, being a helicopter staff. So really, PS Ona, thank you so much for your time. And okay. So Leader Isaac says thank you for the good session on my side, even though network signal is disturbing. And it's very bad, eh? Oh, because of the load shedding. When other
Hey,
places have load shedding, it also affects us. You see, this is a network.
it does.
It's
It
really
does.
a
I
network.
know
That
it
side
from
is off. This side, networking is everywhere.
yo. I actually don't have load shedding
Yeah?
in
Waka.
it, where I stay. We don't have load shedding. Where I
When I
never
say you are special, remember when your job is,
had a special case.
remember when
Yeah,
you are special, I tell you when you,
is I know.
yes, when
And
you are defense force. So we are just normal people, you know. We are just, Pulane, product specialists, engineers, doctors. Or we are just people. When you are frontline, if a country wants to come in here and bomb all of us, you are the frontliner. So obviously you're not supposed to have load shedding. Chineke.
it's an
So Ona, thank you so much, my darling.
thank you
Thank you
for
so
so
much.
much for
So
having me. I
Una,
really enjoyed the show.
surprise for you. Surprise for you, Una.
For
Surprise for
me.
you. Um, since then, I said it's Christmas week. It's Christmas week again. And you are
Mm,
availing yourself after being away for 2 whole months from your house and your children. Ne? So from the
yes.
health hub and the academy, um, you have you have 5 free posters. So you will inbox me and tell me what you want. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll
Yes. You know how
definitely.
to. Yes.
Thank
You
you.
are working hard at hell. No, you read the free posters. Oh my goodness. All that research. And availing
You
yourself no harm. So thank you so much. So 5 free posters. So we will talk tomorrow morning about what you want. Because when I know you always want things. So tomorrow, yeah. So tomorrow night,
yes. Tomorrow.
tonight,
Today we
tonight,
rest.
the tired. She wants to sleep. Yeah, tonight we rest. Yes, tonight we rest. So thank you so much, great leaders. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. Have a wonderful festive season. Please usher in 2023 safely while
Be
we are
safe.
drinking Kalaka and supplementing with all our
Safe.
products. Be safe, yes. And remember, there's a flash sale for Christmas. The buy one get one free, buy two get one free.
Yes.
Just stock up,
Definitely.
great leaders. Stock
Definitely.
up. Our
Must.
products are phenomenal.
It's a
Yeah, our
definite
products are
Christmas.
phenomenal.
That's
So
why.
stock up.
It.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a definite Christmas. Yo, yo, listen to yo. I saw green tea and I was like, oh, Onalenna.
My kids are
The green tea
my kids.
specialist. Yes, the teas are there. Yes. So thank you so much, great leaders. Thank you so much. I hope you will tune in. They are available, but remember, I said, no, I think I'll do it tomorrow, man. I need to just call Kamoya.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, I will share all the trainings, the lesson plan, all the trainings since I started in July
Mhm.
2021. All the trainings that this day, this is what I trained on. This day, this is what I trained on. It's very important to
Yes,
upskill
it is.
yourself. Self development is very important. Trainings are very important. Yeah,
I
companies
I
pay lots of money, millions and millions.
I also encourage
Yeah,
leaders to watch them again. If you get stuck in the business, go back
yeah.
to your video. The train they do help. They
Mm.
do help in
They really
explaining the
help. Plus, there's my YouTube channel as well that explains the toothpaste and everything else. So knock yourselves out, great leaders. So thank you so much, PS Ona. Merry
thank you.
Happy New Year! Thank you so much, great leaders. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.